What a week it has been. um, had a lot going on, did a lot of things, not necessarily anything that pertained to some of the goals I laid out to start with, but I'm it was a good week. We had some rough spots Thursday night. My mom had to be transported by ambulance to the university up the road because she had open heart surgery a few months ago, and she has been dealing with a recurrent infection. And actually, they have just isolated what it is, and they're working on getting her, treated correctly this time. So we're thanking God for that. But yeah, it was a little scary Thursday night, but um, I have to say, um, I thank God because He really helped me keep it together, and He has blessed my mother with great doctors. But yeah, so it's been a week. It has been a week. Trying to think. Hmm. Sitting out here in the pasture for this video because it just seemed like a nice thing to do. A little thunder rumbling. Might be going in soon. But it's just a nice gray afternoon. Not too much going on. We had church this morning, and my husband's inside taking a nap, and the wind is blowing. It's nice, a nice respite from the heat and humidity that we get here in the summer, and it's fixing to. There's a southern saying for you. We're supposed to climb back up into the three digits later in the week for the Independence Day holiday and weekend. So that'll be fun. Got a lot to look after here on the farm to make sure everyone's hydrated and staying cool for that. But I have plans this week. I want to take you kind of along on maybe the process of creating some art. I uploaded a very short time lapse the other day, and it just kind of got me feeling like I need to get my hands into a creative activity again. And so that's what I plan on doing at least 2 days this week. Um, I haven't, I have been, I have been trying to at least every other day get out with my camera and get back to my roots the way that I learned to shoot, and just enjoy being outside, enjoy learning how to see again with, see photos, see the light, see the composition, and getting my feet wet back with, adjusting settings on the fly and stuff like that. So that's been fun. Basically been taking pictures of my cats. But, I enjoy that, and that's part of what makes photography fun, is that you are photographing things that you find interesting or that you like. And, you do that's the thing about art too, is people I know there's some pretentious stuff out there that is just silly. And I'm not sure how people get away with calling it art, to be honest. I see people who invest many hours in learning and practicing a skill so that they become very proficient. You see a lot of these hyper realistic artists that uh, do amazing work, like nothing that I could ever do or really want to do. That's just not my thing, but I appreciate their ability, their talent, their skill that they have honed over time to get to that point. Now, there is some stuff out there that we can argue about it all day long, but it's not art. It's just ridiculousness. Um, I know some people won't call hyperrealism art, but I do. Um, but then again, I'm sure people probably looked at Rembrandt's and Monet's and said that's ridiculous at the time too. Whatever. Anyway, what I was talking about was getting back to doing what you love in creating something, right? I think we are all, because we are made in the image of God, we all have this innate desire to create in some way. He is the creator of all things, and us, but we are created in his image. And so we have this, we all I think we all desire to create something in some way. Now um some people channel that into art. Some people are into music. Some people are into writing. Some people are into landscaping. Even some people are I, in there's so many ways to use that creative side of our minds. You don't even realize it. I think when you are creating something, sometimes you just think that, oh, I'm just baking a cake, but you're not just baking a cake. And think about how that cake is affecting people, right? You're baking something. I would assume that you enjoy baking. You're doing this because you love this person, or you love what you're doing. You are infusing your personality, yourself into that cake, just like artists do with a painting, just like musicians do with their music. I just think it's pretty cool. Even there's an art to everything. There's a creative aspect to everything. And sometimes it's good to just sit with that for a while and meditate on that, and just think of, you know, the intricacies of ourselves, that God has made us in ways that we can't really fathom. Science has come a long way in discovering how the human body works, how the brain works even, but there are still mysteries. There are still mysteries. Um, and here I'm just randomly talking about random things, right? Anyway, but yeah, so we're gonna embark on a couple of creative endeavors this week. My husband is gonna be off work for 4 days in a row, which is pretty cool. He has to do some traveling on Wednesday, but we'll have him home, and we're pretty excited about that. And we're going to do a little bit of work around the farm. Hopefully we'll have some vegetables to harvest in the garden. The corn is getting close to being ready to go, and the green beans, and maybe the onions soon, maybe not. It's the first year we've grown onions, and so I'm not really sure when they'll be ready, but we're watching them. Yeah, it's gonna be a good week. Hopefully mom will they'll get her squared away at the hospital, and she'll be home soon. And oh, it's raining just a little bit. It feels so good. So I have a challenge for you. If you're actually watching this video, I have a challenge for you. Create something this week. Create something and meditate on the fact that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that your creator loves you. He does. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Okay. Talk to y'all later.